Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by Sportsman's Warehouse, the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, and Avery Superstore.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And wow, I had fun talking to Big Dave Alberson. Charlie Covington asked him why they call him Big Dave, and I said, "Well, he's 5'2" and 125 pounds. That's what they used to call me all the time, Big Larry." When I come in, I always liked that. No, hey, we got a friend of mine, a wonderful guy, a writer, associate, member of the South Hunting and Fishing News magazine team. Always look forward to them. Not just the way that Joey has a way with words, but the information that he has passed along. And he is coming out with a book, and a lot of people ask me when I'm ever going to do that. Well, I guess I just got to set it aside and do it like Joey's done. But glad to have Joey Monteleone on with us this morning. Good morning, Joey.
Good morning, Larry.
Hey, man, I can't wait. Joey sent me a couple of chapters. There's Magic and Movie. I really like A Dog's Best Friend. Chapter 13. I'm always partial to number 13, and I thought he had 13 dogs in there. He listed, but it was 7. But talk about this book, Joey, because I know a lot of folks know you from the Tennessee Wild Side, all the magazine articles that you have written, and your what do you got, a purple, green, or 8 black belts? I mean, you don't want to mess with this guy in the dark.
I'm a third degree black belt. Yeah,
third degree black belt. Man, okay.
I'm first degree leather belt.
Yeah, I know you don't know. Joey's heard that before.
Yeah,
I bet.
Yeah. Well, talk about it. Let's talk about it, because I know our listeners would like to little about your background and the idea of this book and the title, which is kind of like your trademark. So talk about it.
It is. The book is entitled "I'll Be Tennesseeing Ya," and I came up with that when I was releasing fish on camera. That it's kind of like you're releasing a fish, and you want to, I'm releasing them so I can catch them again. And the book was much like people. You and I are cut from the same cloth. We like to hunt, we like to fish, we like to be in the outdoors.
Yeah.
We're godly people. We're patriots.
Yes.
And, I had so many people say, "You need to write a book. You need to write a book." Well, I've got the stories. It was really more the time than it was anything else, because.
Yeah.
If people are thinking about writing a book, I'm not trying to dissuade anybody, but it's not, as Larry will tell you, from trying to just edit articles, trying to sit down and write something, and it ended up being, believe this or not, like 380 pages. But the unique thing about this book, I think, is it's almost autobiographical.
It is.
But it's also loaded with fishing tips.
Yes.
I mean, it is, and it's 50 years of fishing is what it comes down to.
Wow, you started when you were 5. I didn't know that. So
He wrote with a crayon.
Yeah, I didn't. I can't remember you could type back then. But no, it's your journey, really, isn't it? I mean,
It's very much so. It's everything from, you mentioned the dogs, and most people say, well, how's that end up in a book? Well, we love our dogs. We absolutely love our dogs. And, it's something I think is probably in that chapter was somebody walked in one day, and I've got a German Shepherd, and I've got, obviously, an Italian leather couch, and somebody walked in and said, you let your dog get up on the couch? I said, yeah, if you don't do that, you either got the wrong dog or the wrong couch. So
Yeah.
And there's a lot of, I've tried to make this humorous as much as possible, tried to make it really heartfelt, and bring out the examples of I want to inspire people to do what we've done and find in the outdoors what we have found. That's truly the point of the book. It's not about making money, because if I sell 200 copies, it'll probably just be a break-even deal. But this was a fun thing to do, a very fun thing to do.
And folks, the cover too. That's a very important thing. A lot of people don't think about that, but that cover. And I know Joey knows how to take pictures and things along that line, but I think the cover sets the tone for what's inside. You're obviously having a good time on the cover.
I am. The cover, it's me kayaking, and everything is red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
I had a custom made paddle so I could have red, white, and blue. I love this country.
I wondered about that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I love this country, and my family's been in this country less than 100 years. I mean, we came over, or my grandparents did, through Ellis Island, each one of them, and that's part of my story. And the other thing is there's the karate connection.
Yes.
There's there's the fishing and the outdoors, and again, I went up to Canada for 27 seasons, I guided up in Canada on wilderness canoe trips. Well, that was such an easy chapter to write, and it's called Canoes and Campfires. Now, I guarantee you, Larry, you've done it, I've done it. We stare off into a campfire, it gets quiet, and our thoughts just go just all over creation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I know my two co-hosts, Gene Smith and Charlie Covington, are both campfire people. And,
Amen.
And I will have to tell people, and I'll go ahead and tell it now, that I won't be here next week. I'm going to Montana, to Glacier, for a week. And I guarantee you, Joey, we'll sit around a campfire, okay? In Montana and look at the big sky. And your career has taken you to where you want to be, Rock Island, Tennessee, right? Is that?
I'm in Rock Island, Tennessee, and I'm right on the Rocky River. And I'm going to do an article for Mid-South Hunting and Fishing at some point in time called Bass in Your Backyard, because
that's what I want. Yes.
Yeah, I had my own trophy bass pond when I had a farm, and I've moved up here, and you get to learn these. You get to learn, and you have a little test laboratory right there at your hands, and it's important for people to do that. And again, probably as much as anything, I want people to understand whether it's karate or it's kayaking or it's fishing or it's hunting quail. Everybody can. There's nothing that I've done that somebody else can't do, and it really is. Louis Armstrong said it better than I can. It's a wonderful world.
It is a wonderful world. Again, we're talking to Joey Monteleone about his new book, and it's chock full of knowledge, but at the same time, and I've only seen these 2 chapters, but I know once the final thing, and we're hoping, Joey mentioned maybe next week, this thing might be ready and wrapped up, you're hoping?
It goes to print, and the following week it should be ready. And, one of the things that I'm really proud of is one of the chapters is called I'm Playing Checkers While the World Plays Chess, because my style of fishing is really, really simple.
Yeah.
And anybody could emulate it. And, again, a lot of it's common sense, but the advantage that we have over a lot of people, Larry, is that we've been doing this for years and years, and we do it because we love it. We're not doing it to make a bunch of money, because if that's what you're doing it for, you took the wrong path.
No, we're on the same path, Joey. Okay, all right, just because I'm an editor. What are you going to say, Gene Smith?
Are you near McMinnville, Tennessee?
I'm right you're exactly right. Halfway between McMinnville and Sparta, and I'm in Van Buren County. And for people that want to know what I love about Tennessee, Van Buren County's got less than 6,000 people and no stoplights.
We were there. My wife and I were there one time at Rock Island Park.
That's
down in the riverbed. It looked like prehistoric place. All them great big rocks and things.
That's Joey. That's where
he
lives.
And my wife said, "What's that sign say down there?" And I picked my binoculars up. It says, "Do not walk in the bottom, subject to flooding."
Oh, no.
It is.
We headed for the bank.
And yesterday I was right there at the state park and caught a really nice smallmouth. You'll be able to see that on my Facebook post. But, and the book thing is, Larry, I really believe that everybody has a book in them. It's really just, are you willing to sit down and take the time? And you know what I love? When we sit down at the campfire or we sit down to break bread together, everybody gets to tell their story. The phones come out. They talk about their grandchild's first fish, and the big buck that the one that you got busted. Everybody's got a story. I just wanted people to know that there's nothing that I'm doing that you can't do.
That's right.
Well, that's amazing. How many chapters are in this book?
There is, I want to say there's 16 chapters.
All right, and you said 300-something pages, is that right?
380 pages, and it really is kind of, it started off just to be a little bit more inspirational and autobiographical, and I had so many people say, well, what about this, what about this? And so I've added things in there, so if you want to become a Frankenstein, I can show you how to do that. If you want to know how to pitch a jig, it's what I live to do is pitch a jig, and I'm taking all the information that I learned, and you're going to love the endorsements that I've gotten on this book, and I'll let the cat out of the bag. 2 of the nicest people ever. Bill Dance is one of them.
Yeah.
And also the gentleman who's the vice president of sales for Strike King Lures has also given me an endorsement, and it just plays well. It's again, I always say same faces, different places.
Yeah.
Right.
When you get around these people, we all have a story. Mm-hmm. It'll make you smile. It'll make you laugh. You might even shed a tear when you read this book. I promise you, this is the best work of my life.
Well, I know the dog thing touched me, and a lot of us that love dogs, and those kind of things. Again, we're talking to Joey Monteleone about his new book. And so how do people, Joey, get how do they get this book? What's the procedure here?
Well, I'm sure it'll be on Amazon. That's what we're going. I've got an editor that's working with me, and
good. Okay.
Bless his heart. He's done the heavy lifting. I just did the creative part, and he's really helped me with a lot of this, and so. And
go to your Facebook page, I'm assuming too. What's
Facebook page and Instagram? It'll be there on how to get it and when it's available. And we still don't have, the layouts done. It's just put in form now, and then figuring out a way to get it to people. But this is no false humility. People are saying, can you sign the book? And I never imagined in a million years that I'd be doing book signings, but the editor said, oh, no, there'll be people that show up. So we'll be doing book signings. We may end up in Memphis. Who knows?
All right.
I hope so. I
would love to make a trip down there, we'll make it widely known as to how we can, how people can get a copy of this book.
All right. You just keep us posted and everything. Joy, thank you, buddy. Thank you for helping us on this Saturday morning, and look forward to seeing those other chapters, okay?
Well, I hope to do that soon. I hope everybody will wear their seatbelts and buckle up that life jacket when they get out there and watch out for that boat traffic and hunt safely.
All right. Have a great weekend. Thanks, Joey.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Joey Monteleone. Here's Tennessee. You got to look at the cover on that. He's big in kayak, but he's also, again, a contributor to the Mid-South Hunting and Fishing News magazine, which I hope you have a chance to pick up. The latest September edition has come out. It is all slick, a wonderful-looking magazine. Hand me that right there. This is the August edition that was featured, and I want to let you know that you won't find a better magazine. 60 pages, all slick cover and everything.
For information around here.
Yes, and it's we've gone up to $15 for 12 issues. I know we went up $3, and that's not much.
And you can participate in this magazine.
You send your pictures in. That's
exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, let's take a break. It's time to talk bears. I know Charlie likes to talk bears.
Let me tell you a little short bear story right quick.
Yeah, what?
We teaching in the second grade at children's church, and Big Clifford was going on a bear hunt.
Yeah.
So Miss Dudley said, "Well, Mr. Gene works in the outdoors. What sound does the bear make?" I said, "Hey, boo boo." and the kid said, "Who's boo boo?"
All right, we'll be back. Gene Smith, Charlie Coven in house. All right, bye bye. Oh no, bye. We'll be back.